McConaughey is famous for his roles. He's also known for his powerful life lessons and motivational wisdom. Matthew McConaughey believes that embracing both success and setbacks is essential for personal growth and a fulfilling life. In his memoir, Green Lights, he introduces the idea of green lights, moments in life when things align smoothly, as well as red lights and yellow lights, challenges, setbacks, or pauses that require patience or adjustment. For McConaughey, setbacks are not dead ends but opportunities to recalibrate, learn, and find direction. He sees joy as something that can be cultivated through gratitude and reflection on past experiences, even the tough ones. By reframing challenges as yellow lights that eventually turn green, he underscores that the journey, with its highs and lows, is where the real value lies. This mindset encourages finding joy in the journey itself rather than just in the destination, treating life's difficulties as valuable lessons that contribute to a deeper sense of purpose and resilience. Matthew McConaughey is known for making choices based on his personal values rather than on public opinion or societal expectations. Throughout his career, he has deliberately turned down roles and opportunities that didn't align with his inner sense of purpose or the kind of legacy he wanted to build. This was most famously seen in his decision to step away from romantic comedies at the height of his fame in that genre. Even though those roles were financially lucrative and guaranteed him visibility, he felt they didn't reflect the kind of work he truly wanted to be known for. This approach is rooted in what McConaughey describes as knowing what you're willing to say no to. For him, saying no to something that conflicts with his values clears space for opportunities that are more aligned with his authentic self. When he pivoted to more dramatic roles, he was willing to take a significant professional risk, but he trusted that following his values would lead him to more meaningful work, a choice that paid off in roles that brought him critical acclaim, like his Academy Award-winning performance in Dallas Buyers Club. By basing his choices on his internal compass rather than external expectations, McConaughey champions a philosophy of less impressed, more involved. He encourages others to avoid getting swept up in validation from others and instead focus on staying true to their own principles, no matter the pressures. This focus on values over popularity, he believes, leads to a more grounded and purposeful life. Matthew McConaughey's concept of green lights, as he describes in Green Lights, revolves around seeing life as a series of signals, green, yellow, and red lights, that guide us on our path. Green lights are those moments when everything flows effortlessly, signaling us to move forward. But McConaughey believes that even red and yellow lights, the setbacks, delays, and challenges, can turn into green lights if approached with the right mindset. For McConaughey, a red light might initially appear as a disappointment or a rejection, but he sees it as an opportunity to pause, reflect, and redirect. He suggests that challenges often force us to reevaluate our choices, revealing hidden lessons or helping us build resilience. By shifting our perspective, we can recognize that what initially appears to be a setback may, in time, turn out to be a blessing in disguise, leading us to new opportunities or insights we wouldn't have encountered otherwise. He emphasizes patience and flexibility, reminding us that sometimes the obstacles we face are necessary steps toward reaching our goals. These red and yellow lights encourage us to slow down, reassess, and ultimately find ways to transform obstacles into growth points. In his own life, McConaughey learned to embrace these moments, trusting that setbacks could evolve into green lights over time if he approached them with openness and adaptability. Ultimately, McConaughey's philosophy encourages us to look for the green lights in every experience, learning to reframe difficulties as chances for self-discovery, resilience, and growth. Matthew McConaughey's green lights philosophy is deeply rooted in resilience and adaptability. By viewing life's challenges as temporary obstacles that can eventually shift in our favor, he encourages a mindset that isn't easily defeated by setbacks. This philosophy suggests that resilience comes from the ability to reinterpret red and yellow lights, moments of hardship or delay, as necessary parts of our journey rather than as permanent stops. This approach nurtures resilience by pushing us to see value in the unexpected. When we face a setback, The green lights mindset encourages us to ask, what can I learn from this? How can I grow? This focus on extracting lessons from adversity helps us bounce back more quickly and with greater insight. By recognizing that even challenges have something to offer, we develop a habit of looking beyond initial disappointments, which strengthens our mental and emotional endurance. Adaptability, another key part of McConaughey's philosophy, is cultivated by learning to navigate and embrace life's pauses and changes in direction. When faced with a red light, instead of resisting it or being discouraged, McConaughey's approach is to pivot and find another path. This adaptability encourages a flexible mindset, one that is open to new possibilities and unafraid to alter course when necessary. By seeing setbacks as temporary, we become more comfortable adjusting our plans, knowing that these adjustments are often stepping stones toward success. In essence, McConaughey's philosophy teaches that resilience and adaptability come from a willingness to interpret all experiences as forward-moving signals. By embracing both the smooth stretches and the obstacles with the same mindset, we become more resilient, adaptable, and ultimately more equipped to handle the complexities of life. In Green Lights and various interviews, Matthew McConaughey frequently emphasizes the importance of self-accountability as a cornerstone for personal growth and authenticity. Here are some paraphrased points where he discusses this. Owning choices and consequences. McConaughey often speaks about taking full responsibility for his actions, choices, and their consequences. He stresses that accountability means being honest with yourself about where you've succeeded and where you've fallen short. He believes this honesty is the only way to grow and avoid repeating mistakes. Defining success internally. In his Oscar acceptance speech for Dallas Buyers Club, McConaughey credited his success to constantly chasing the best version of himself. He often explains that, instead of looking for external validation, he focuses on setting his own standards and holding himself accountable to them. This personal benchmark keeps him striving for improvement, rather than coasting on others' praise. Learning from mistakes. McConaughey recounts several personal stories where he hit a rough patch due to his own decisions, from taking on roles he wasn't passionate about to certain lifestyle choices. He admits these mistakes openly, using them as turning points to reassess and realign with his values. He believes in using each mistake as a lesson rather than an excuse, which he calls essential to taking full ownership of his life. Redefining priorities. In various interviews, McConaughey has discussed how he made conscious decisions to step back from his Hollywood lifestyle to focus on his family and personal growth. This required an honest assessment of his values and where he was spending his energy. By holding himself accountable to his priorities, he was able to make bold changes, such as shifting away from lucrative roles in favor of roles with more meaning to him. Daily practice of accountability. In Green Lights, he shares his practice of journaling to track his thoughts, goals, and actions. Through this habit, he holds himself accountable to his growth by frequently reflecting on his journey, where he's been, and where he wants to go. For McConaughey, journaling serves as both a record of his values and a check-in with himself, ensuring he's living in alignment with his goals. McConaughey's philosophy on accountability is about owning one's journey and maintaining an honest relationship with oneself. He suggests that this kind of self-accountability is liberating because it allows us to live authentically, free from excuses or the need for others' approval. Matthew McConaughey believes that discipline and self-respect are fundamental to a fulfilling life, as they create a strong personal foundation for growth, integrity, and lasting satisfaction. He argues that discipline isn't about restriction, rather, it's about setting boundaries that allow us to achieve what we truly want. Discipline means making choices that honor our goals, values, and well-being, even if they're challenging or inconvenient in the moment. For McConaughey, self-respect follows naturally from discipline. Each time we follow through on a commitment, whether to others or to ourselves, we build trust in our ability to keep our word and achieve our aims. He sees this self-respect as essential because it defines how we perceive ourselves and, ultimately, how we live our lives. When we respect ourselves, we're less likely to settle for less or make compromises that lead to regret. Discipline and self-respect also reinforce one another in a continuous loop. The more we commit to disciplined habits, the more we respect ourselves. This respect, in turn, strengthens our motivation to remain disciplined, fueling our desire to grow and achieve meaningful goals. In McConaughey's view, these qualities empower us to make intentional choices, even in the face of setbacks, and to stay the course even when it's difficult. By cultivating both discipline and self-respect, we lay the groundwork for a fulfilling life, one where we're proud of our journey and equipped to handle both successes and challenges with grace. This approach, according to McConaughey, doesn't just lead to achievements but fosters a deep sense of inner peace and purpose. Matthew McConaughey frequently highlights gratitude as a powerful tool for staying grounded and fully appreciating life. For him, gratitude isn't just a fleeting feeling, it's a mindset that frames how he views his experiences, both the good and the challenging. He believes that cultivating gratitude helps us remain connected to what truly matters, giving us perspective on our achievements and struggles alike. McConaughey often speaks of gratitude as an anchor that keeps him centered, especially during times of success when it can be easy to lose perspective. By intentionally acknowledging the people, experiences, and even the obstacles that have contributed to his growth, he finds a deep sense of appreciation for his life's journey. He argues that gratitude allows us to recognize the value in everyday moments, which fosters contentment and humility. He reminds us that being grateful doesn't mean we ignore life's difficulties or pretend everything is perfect. Instead, it's about finding the silver linings, even in the hardest times, and recognizing that each experience has something to teach us. For McConaughey, gratitude is a compass that guides him back to his core values and reminds him of the richness of his journey, grounding him in a sense of purpose and joy. Matthew McConaughey believes that staying thankful brings a profound sense of peace and perspective to life. Gratitude, he argues, helps us see beyond the daily grind and our personal ambitions, reminding us to cherish what we have and the journey we're on. By appreciating both our successes and our struggles, we can find a calm acceptance that life, in all its unpredictability, is inherently valuable. This mindset of thankfulness provides a steady foundation, allowing us to handle challenges with grace and to savor achievements without losing sight of what truly matters. McConaughey sees gratitude as a tool to ground ourselves in the present, bringing clarity and inner peace as we navigate life's ups and downs. In his view, a thankful heart not only enriches our experiences but also strengthens our ability to keep moving forward with resilience, humility, and joy. Matthew McConaughey's lessons on gratitude, discipline, accountability, and resilience are not only applicable to Hollywood but can bring transformative perspective to anyone's daily life, whether in school, relationships, or career. For students, McConaughey's focus on discipline and self-accountability can be powerful tools for achieving academic success. Rather than focusing on the pressures of external validation like grades or others' expectations, students can find purpose by setting personal goals and holding themselves accountable to a standard that reflects their own values. Viewing setbacks, such as a disappointing grade, as red lights instead of failures can shift focus from frustration to opportunity. These moments become chances to learn, reassess study strategies, or seek help, ultimately turning red lights into green lights for growth. In relationships, McConaughey's emphasis on gratitude and self-respect can help build deeper, more fulfilling connections. Being grateful for the people in our lives, friends, family, partners, reminds us to value them genuinely, rather than taking them for granted. When disagreements or rough patches arise, this gratitude fosters empathy and patience, helping us view challenges as part of the journey, rather than as signs of incompatibility or failure. By respecting ourselves and being accountable to our actions, we can maintain honesty and trust, creating a foundation where mutual respect and gratitude become the pillars of strong, enduring relationships. In a professional context, McConaughey's lessons on accountability and adaptability are invaluable. Pursuing a career path or job role that aligns with our values, rather than simply following societal expectations, helps cultivate a sense of purpose and fulfillment. When faced with setbacks, like a missed promotion, a tough project, or job loss, reframing these experiences as temporary red or yellow lights encourages resilience and the willingness to pivot if necessary. By staying adaptable and accountable to our goals, we're more likely to find meaningful opportunities that align with our strengths and passions. Finally, McConaughey's daily practice of gratitude brings peace and perspective to our everyday lives, reminding us to cherish even the small moments and the people around us. Whether it's a simple walk, a good meal, or a quiet morning, practicing gratitude keeps us grounded, encouraging a more intentional way of living. This grounded perspective helps reduce stress and worry, empowering us to face both triumphs and challenges with a steady, contented outlook. By applying McConaughey's principles of gratitude, resilience, discipline, and self-respect to our daily experiences, we can all live more fulfilled, purposeful lives, appreciating the journey as much as the destination. Matthew McConaughey's wisdom goes far beyond the Hollywood spotlight. It's a philosophy for anyone seeking a life of purpose, resilience, and gratitude. His insights on discipline, self-respect, and the value of setbacks resonate universally, reminding us that the keys to fulfillment aren't fame or wealth, but rather an intentional approach to everyday choices and challenges. McConaughey teaches that purpose doesn't come from external validation, but from staying true to our own values, regardless of others' opinions or societal expectations. This approach can apply to anyone, from students aiming for their goals, to professionals building their careers, to individuals navigating relationships. By focusing on growth and accountability, we're reminded to find meaning in our efforts and self-worth in our actions. Ultimately, McConaughey's principles, reframing setbacks as green lights, practicing gratitude, and honoring our commitments, offer a blueprint for living authentically, with resilience and integrity. His wisdom is a reminder that anyone can cultivate a life of purpose by holding on to what truly matters, seeing life's detours as opportunities, and staying grateful for each step of the journey. McConaughey's personal motto, "Just Keep Livin'," encapsulates his entire philosophy, a rallying cry for anyone facing life's ups and downs. It's a simple, yet powerful reminder to keep moving forward, regardless of the obstacles in our path. Whether you're navigating school, relationships, or career challenges, or just going through a tough time, the message is clear: don't give up, don't stay stuck, and don't let setbacks define you. Keep living with purpose, gratitude, and resilience, and trust that each step, no matter how small, brings you closer to the life you're meant to lead. So, as McConaughey says, just keep living, and let that be the fuel that powers you through every challenge, keeps you grounded in gratitude, and drives you toward a life full of meaning and growth. Take a moment to reflect on what just keep living means to you. Is it about resilience, finding joy in the little things, or pushing forward through tough times? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear how this phrase resonates with each of you.